One sunny day, two adventurous boys, Tommy and Billy, were sitting on a fence, crafting arrows and dreaming of excitement. "Let's have some real fun," proposed Tommy, his eyes sparkling with mischief. "Yeah. What should we do?" Billy responded eagerly. "How about we become hunters in the forest?" Tommy suggested with a grin. "Cool. But what will we hunt?" Billy asked, getting excited. "Bears, foxes, or maybe just squirrels and woodchucks," Tommy replied, his imagination running wild. Billy was a bit skeptical about finding bears or foxes nearby, but the idea of hunting something smaller like squirrels was appealing. Armed with their bows and discovering an old trap, they decided to venture into the wild. Their lunch was packed, and Tommy assured Billy they could cook their catch over a fire. In high spirits, they set off on their adventure, darting into the woods as if they were on a grand mission. "Are you sure we won't get lost?" Billy panted, trying to keep up with Tommy's brisk pace. "We're going to have real adventures, like in our books. We might even get a little lost, but that's part of the fun," Tommy exclaimed, his head filled with tales of explorers and adventurers. Their journey took them through the beautiful wilderness. They reached a cozy spot by a babbling brook, surrounded by tall pines that whispered secrets in the wind. "Hungry? Let's eat," suggested Billy, who loved his food as much as the adventure. Tommy, always eager for action, set up a small campfire. They soon realized, much to their dismay, that they had grabbed the wrong basket. Instead of lunch, they found a box of worms and an old jacket. "What now?" groaned Billy, his stomach rumbling. "We'll have to catch fish and eat berries," said Tommy, trying to stay upbeat despite the mishap. Their fishing and berry picking were somewhat successful, and they managed to roast the fish over the fire. The meal was far from perfect, but their hunger made it taste like a feast. Tommy set a trap in hopes of catching a rabbit, while Billy, exhausted, decided to rest. After a while, Tommy's trap seemed to have caught something big. Rushing to check, they discovered a fat, gray woodchuck struggling to escape. "Can we eat it?" Billy wondered, his stomach ruling his thoughts. "We might try, once it's dead," Tommy replied, more interested in the creature's fur. Their adventure took a more serious turn when they heard a gunshot nearby. They decided to find the hunter and ask for help. But they lost their way deeper into the forest, where the rocky terrain and endless trees made them realize they were truly lost. Night fell, and with it, their spirits. Afraid of bears, they decided to sleep in a tree, taking turns to watch. But both ended up dozing off, and poor Billy found himself hanging from a branch by his belt, terrified and calling for help. Tommy, woken by the commotion, tried to rescue his friend but soon found himself trapped in an old bear pit. Meanwhile, their worried mothers had organized a search party. The entire neighborhood was out looking for the missing boys, with lanterns lighting up the forest like a fairy tale come true. The searchers found Billy hanging from the tree and Tommy asleep in the bear pit. The boys were relieved and exhausted but proud of their little adventure. As they walked back home, with tales to tell and lessons learned, Tommy decided that maybe waiting a few more years before becoming a real hunter wasn't such a bad idea. And Billy? Well, he just wished he had a big sandwich waiting for him at home.